Hey everybody, it's Spelunking time in Path of Exile with our Templar Broken Humanity, and we are just going to see if we can make it through some caves here real quick. That's kind of the goal of this episode. This is a part of the game that I was starting to do last time and then somehow managed to record error myself. Let's just make sure that we don't get killed by a cave little critter here, because I was going to check and make sure that we're actually recording. Yep. So no jumps and gaps this time. Hopefully. Now I have, like I said before, oh wow, so someone else dies. Level 80 now. This is me falling behind. I'm not doing a race at this point. Maybe I'll get that on camera one day, but this is more just a let's play about just playing and trying to make it through hardcore. And I've found so far that I have been a pretty solid caster. I mean, I got 2 ice skills. I've been using a lot of Freezing Pulse and Ice Nova to clear out big groups, and then Glacial Hammer has been great for nearly one-shotting any individual that comes in my way. So far the Templar is pretty good. I've had some close calls, but let's see here. Plate vest, 14 armor. I've got a little bit more equipment. I picked up 1 totem off quest, but right now, if I have a disappointment, it's that I have not been able to upgrade my main hand weapon yet, and that's going to be something I will really want to do here in a little while. Now, I'm not entirely sure of my goals for this build. Oh, there we go. Some more crafting gear. Not entirely sure of my goals for this gear. I want to get something that's high survivability. And I've kind of looked at some info for ideas. So, definitely what I'm starting with is going to these nodes to pick up a lot of health. The question is, do I want to go for weapon elemental damage here, or just start going up here for straight up elemental damage? And I think after I get these life nodes, these 4, I'm going to start going up here, because I am using my spells a lot, and there's plenty of skills out there that a Templar can use that are just pretty much spell damage based skills, like any of the spear skills, unless I'm wrong, which if I'm wrong, please tell me. And like I said before, my goal with this guy is just to make it out of Act 1, but to do that, I'm just going to have to keep on killing. In fact, I may go to town here when I get a chance just to see if I can actually get a better weapon. Ooh, well, first off I gotta not die to these things. Yeah, I'm really a fan of this cold combo. I can nuke almost anything that comes my way. And this is a great place to funnel. And because I can kill such big groups, my flask usually isn't in danger of running out. Now if I do have one, if there's one downside, it's that the big pulse takes its dear sweet time casting, but Freezing Pulse takes far less, so it's worth it. Yeah, I really need to get something better than the default weapon. But there should be a waypoint at some point where we can do it that way. After all, I am doing most of my damage with spells. As this guy's trying to tickle me, that's not really working, guys. So your Tarnished Mask doesn't do a lot for me, but my mana regen is really skyrocketed a little bit, so we're just going to do a quick run to town. I got some stuff to sell anyway. Definitely wanted to find that way early. So, let's see. Tarkly, do you got anything for me? Let's sell the stuff first. Rawhide boots, I'm not going to wear those. Everyone I got. I'll wear you. Skinning knife, no thanks. Chest plate. That might be interesting enough to hold on to. Quiver, no, we're not doing a bow Templar. Let's see what we got here. Plus 12 to strength and 49 armor. I'll take that over the superior chainmail. That works for me. So, can we get anything that's like a... Okay, Jade Hatchet doesn't have the elemental damage modifier that I'd like to see. Yeah, I'm not getting anything really in the way of high quality one-handed weapons that help me out. And I guess it's because we're at the beginning of the game, you can't expect all that to be in shops just yet. Anything here from Nessa? Anything at all? Intelligence, intelligence, intelligence. I got one iron ring. Coral rings are good. Barrel rings, interesting. That's a barrel ring with maximum life and max mana. That's very interesting. If there's one item I'm looking for, it's one that got clued in on the boss that killed me last time, and that is a sapphire ring. I want to be able to get up my cold resists because that is a great, especially if I'm going to be getting in close to the boss here. I forget her name at the end of the act, but the siren. Then you do want cold resist, on top of remembering that you can actually portal your way out. And I do also have a taunt totem, which has saved my butt a few times, and is pretty useful. And that actually lasted a really long time compared to the last time I used it. I haven't been in too much danger so far. Not since that time against the Buccaneer that freezes everything, and then, oh look, I have a whole army of people all around me. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of spells. A lot of spells, just to clear out. Whew, well suddenly I'm not hitting, but supposedly I'm doing a lot of spell damage. There we go, so upper submerged passage, there's not too much more for me to see on this floor. Unless I missed a cave. Let's actually hop back for just a second. I do want to scroll the map real quick, which you can conveniently do with the arrow keys. Yeah, I don't exactly remember where you get the connection for the other zone. Let's just look down here, might as well. It's not that long of a run. I mean, it's kind of a balance I'm trying to strike here. I'm itching to go forward and try and get to the next act. But in order to do that effectively, I'm going to need to make sure I don't get myself killed. Because haven't really done too much. Yeah, my gut was right. I haven't done really anything in this game on not hardcore mode yet. I've pretty much stuck to my let's play here, but maybe I can try and get on video of me making progress instead of... There's a Java pop-up. Let's make sure it didn't interrupt my... I successfully installed Java. That took a while. So, Flooded Depths is evasion viable. If you are a class that uses it, yes. As a backup defense, it's amazing. That's probably the best response you can give to that. Granted, most of my knowledge for this is based off of forum posts, not personal anecdotal experience, so I was never much of a theory crafter, even before it was a term. So just kill, kill, kill. It's nice to see that number 4 medium mana flask actually fill up as I'm killing things. And my mana orb's pretty happy too. My weapon accuracy is not happy. But for now, it's just going to be a lot of crabs, a lot of things that pop out multiple times. Almost like a nesting doll. Yeah, I don't even really need the totem too much right now. But it's a nice distraction. And maybe I should have a little more rhyme or reason for why I switched to the Nova. Or not. I should be picking up some of these narrower items. Okay, so there's a cave feature I've seen in here before. Nice to see something familiar. Unfortunately, my swinging is starting to struggle here. Okay, so I just cornered myself. Good job. And nothing's going to stop that cold pulse. It's cheap. It's good. Glacial Hammer's still leveling, so that's nice. Yeah, I feel a little more like a caster hybrid from the get-go. Oh, medium life flask doesn't do me a lot, but it's nice to have. But I feel a lot more like a caster hybrid with this character than I did with the Shadow. The Shadow is just kind of a, hey look, I'm using the skills that come to me. Ethereal Knife was interesting, but didn't really feel like a spell, even though it's exactly what it was. This guy, I really am doing a lot of switching between taking out groups with cold spells. And here's our big scary crab. So why aren't we trying to Glacial Hammer you? Extra cold damage, you resist cold. And you're going to break up into another little creature in a second, so let's just hammer you down. And it looks like he has some kind of aura, but I can't tell. Enemies are slowed. Okay. There we go. Easy kill. Rusted sword. Not really getting a lot here. Gnarled staff. Tribal maul, not doing a two-handed thing. Yeah, those are all pretty interesting. I'm just keeping some of them just so I can get some more scrolls of wisdom. But still, I do get a reward for killing that crab boss. That's why I want to come down here. Plus the extra experience. So anything I can do to fill up my life ball with even more life skills is a plus. Because I kind of felt like, I hate saying so much, I apologize, but with my last character, I was just getting started, just scratching the surface when, bam, stuff happened. So your Tribal Club, one-handed mace, 8 to 13, 5 to 8. Does it have a red gem? Yeah. So it doesn't buff our elemental damage, but it is stronger. 5 to 8 versus 8 to 13. Does that improve our Glacial Hammer? 25.7. I don't even have it there. And 18.8. So that improves it significantly. So something like Glacial Hammer is something where you need to have good weapon damage. Which is not a surprise, because as you see from the gem, it is a cold attack melee skill, so it is modified by anything that would include your weapon. So now we got that one side quest out of the way, let's go up and see if we can fight our way out of these caves. So I like the whole packs of monsters, and I actually managed to make it through that floor without this resetting. I was wondering if it would. It's probably a pretty close call. We'll go up here. Go down the lower submerged area. Not that way, though. And hopefully we don't get guys that explode on us. I think that's a little later in the zone, though. That is brutal for hardcore. So let's see here. Got a weapon upgrade. I can already tell a little bit of a difference, just in terms of how much just a bit in terms of how much damage I do. See if we can trick these guys into attacking something else. Alright, so we get Merveil's first people up here. So this is all Merveil spawn. She has kind of a sad story of, hey look, bad things happen to me, now I corrupt everybody. I mean, it's a little standard fantasy stock and fare, but some storylines are just standard for a reason. Oh, that's a pretty gruesome death. Skill point. Let's get more life. Always need more life. I mean, these strength nodes are tempting. Maybe later as I try and go down to things like shield. Let's see, who's attacking me? Nobody yet. But after I grab a lot of that life, because this is hardcore, so I do gotta focus on getting life. Yeah, I probably don't need to totem these guys. Wow, that was a one-hit kill. I will take that. Got 3 gems on the verge of leveling. These are all gems that I use, so we're not going to the ledge just yet. I want to explore this floor first. If there is a lot to explore, maybe there's not. Let's just work our way back down here. Ooh. So there you go. Just another little side cavern. Is that an elite person there? No, that's just a beam of light coming through. So just one small weapon upgrade for me, and I'm killing much more effectively now. But this might be a short spelunking trip. I remember these caves being longer somehow. Maybe it's because this guy has such effective AoE. There we go. So let's go ahead and get out our taunt totem. It can take a few hits. But eventually, it's gotta be me that kills you all. Footman's Cask, that's a high quality one too. And Mace, Buckler, and Shield, not a lot to see there. Alright, so we got an assortment of items that I'm gonna check out and see what that cask is, because it's higher level, even though I would have to regem a little bit. Yeah, we want max life. I will take that over just a superior cask any day. Decoy totem's nice too, because it helps me when I get surrounded. Alright. So we got some stuff. That was a good extra little detour. And a leveled. And Glacial Hammer, Ice Nova, and Freezing Pulse are all near leveling. If I can just fight my way through the dead ends here. So we'll probably call this a run once I get through. And I'll pick this back up after fighting a few zones, because I want to go and see. I mean, that's kind of the conveyor. It's a let's play. We're on the ledge. And there's only so much I need to do before I get down to the next significant area. So we'll see you next time with our beat stick as we venture forth into Path of Exile, and we'll try and work our way to get to Brutus, or whatever his name is, and see if we can kill him far more efficiently than the last time. So, see you next time.